Well, good day there, boys and girls. Welcome back to another episode of Traplines and Inlines. She's just a beauty day up at camp, like it really is today. It's about -10 here. It's just a perfect winter's day. This is good kind of winter weather, you know, -10 to -20. I'll take that every day of the week, you know, it's just perfect. Sun is shining, there's not a drop of wind. Beauty day to be out giving her man. Right on. So we're up at camp. We do got projects on the go, and things we're looking into, things we're trying to get done here in progress. So get the camera rolling, show you life around camp and whatever we're up to here. Yeah, man, like honestly, you just couldn't ask for nicer winter weather. It's just perfect. These here are my groceries, my laundry, some water. Only staying up a little while here before I go to do a trip out, so I only brought up as much water I need so it's not freezing up. So this is my deep freeze in the winter. You know, it's just not worth it to have that fridge going when there's so little sunlight. These are deadly. I just end up freezing everything outside and it works, you know, real good. Pierogies, frozen burritos, potatoes, the whole nine. It's also why I hate when it's, you know, -1 type shit. Like when I'm trying to keep my food frozen, and if it's not frozen, well, it goes bad. So I try not to buy too much ahead, but got quite a bit ahead this time. You guys want to know something just horrific? Like I've never ever had anything in that cabin. Like it's sealed up well. Like it's a new building. It's got lots of layers of shit, you know, nothing comes in there. And I'm talking about mice and shrews and shit. Problem is those little shrews just love hanging out in this fucking wood pile, and that one over there, and they're the most annoying little bastards. So for the first time ever, it would have been when I was going back and forth, I seen the little prick sneak in there, unload my groceries just like I was. Well, I didn't have a proper trap and I was up here for like 4 fucking days. And this little bastard is annoying the hell, most annoying little shit. Just seen him today. I got my killing stick. They're dodgy little buggers. I've been just beating the hell out of my cabin. So I got set up on these deadly traps that are gonna kill this prick. Because they are literally the most annoying little bastards. And I just cannot stand him. Lucky he hasn't got into any of my food or none of that shit, but fuck, something annoying, I tell ya. So I'm gonna set up the trap line here and we'll see if we can't catch the little prick. Yeah, it sure is a beautiful day, man. I'm just really enjoying it. Sun's been shining like crazy all day. Here's something I haven't mentioned. Snow is deep, boys. You see my electric fence? With the snow so high, it was like this is my perimeter fence, my bear fence. For friends that are new, it just keeps everything out of my yard, which is nice, you know, all the bears and wolves and shit like that. Now, when there was so much snow, the whole thing is grounding out more than I realized, and it was essentially useless. So I just unplugged it. You know, I got gates that are left open. It's absolutely tore to shit here. Like, it's loose. There's places have been knocked off the posts are snapped over, because moose are the dumbest fucking animal in the bush. Like, they have no sense to them. They're essentially walking bricks. So that's why that's in a state of ruin. They're just run it clean over. Got the fire going in the workshop. Just doing some repairing and stuff. Wish I had more projects of this such on the go. I just don't really. These firs are drying out and I want to get them out of here, so let them dry a bit more with the fire going. I'm fixing my 22. It's a Savage 22. It's a deadly 22. It's just been top notch. I got her JB Weldon. Now, this is not quite right on. I had a bit of a whoops, oh fuck. And that snapped in half, so Shit, see what happens there. Might as well have her chooching. This workshop is so nice, man. Just worked out so good. Like, it's probably, I just love it. My whole camp, I love it, man. You know, it just works. It's everything I need pretty well. And like, everything's just falling into place here. And even with my future plans, shit coming up, it's all gonna work out so fucking good. I'm just so excited. I have so much firewood, it's not even remotely funny. To begin with, I had at least 3 years of wood there. Like there's 10 cords of green wood. Well, it's good enough to burn. Then I cut all this shit. I'm gonna hardly get through this dry stuff. And a big part of that is because we stopped trapping so early. The fire in the workshop's like never going. Then my little cabin, you know, they don't use much wood to begin with, so sitting pretty on that front. Another thing I haven't addressed here, guys, and people have asked me a lot about, is where my dog is. I just cannot bring him up here when I'm on the skidoo, and like even before with my truck I stopped bringing him because it was actually not good. Like, it was dangerous bringing him up here because I couldn't leave him here because I was gone so long and could get snowed out of camp, and then he would be stuck up here and freeze. Because the big problem is he gets used to the wood stove, staying inside, can't stay outside in this country, Christ no. So he stays inside, he gets adapted to being warm all the time. Then we head out, say he even rides on the skidoo. Say I get stuck like I did the other night when it was 40 below and had COVID. Well, he's done. Like, it's dangerous. And there's other, like in that circumstance and similar, he will freeze and it's not good. So that's why I've not been bringing him. You know, I kind of miss him. He's a good guy, you know, he's nice to have around, but just not good to him to bring him up here. So he's not here, but he'll be back when the snow fucks off in due time, but that'll be a couple months yet. I eat good up in the bush, eh guys? You know, like I figure I get her chefing pretty good. You know, I don't know how to cook, but I can sure fry like a motherfucker. Check it out, I got some ribs, or Greek style ones, and some scrambled eggs, cheese, pepper, deadly. Now, right now I don't got too many hands, right? So it's just the right amount I can. On this episode of bloopers and fucking stupid shit I've done, you know, I have just enough hands I can kind of keep up to them, you know, like, I can't eat quite all of them, but you know, it's not too much going to waste. It's such a son of a gun to get whole eggs out of here. Like, they'll nearly freeze by the time I have them skidooed out of here, and it's rough and they just break, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. So I try and eat as many as I can, and it's a nice little food source right outside, isn't it? Man, what another just beauty day. Just perfect weather we're having, sunshine and no wind. Anywhere from that -10 to -20, you know, we're just laughing. It's beautiful weather. Anyway, I'm loading up my skidoo. I'm in and out of here pretty quick this time. Usually I stay up here, you know, 5 or 6 days at a time. Usually seems about average, but gotta head out today. Now we're gonna go on a bit of an adventure. I wanna check out something along the way, but it's gonna be quite a skidoo ride, but it's a lot of fun, man. You know, this kind of weather, fuck yeah, it's good to be out in the bush ripping around. Fuck yeah. Okay guys, so I'm out here in a little spruce brush and I'm doing a little prospecting, if you will, taking a look at how things look out here. I'm looking for trees, spruce trees. I have lots of nice spruce trees around my camp, but they're all in such a pain in the ass place to get them down over this steep bank, and it's just overrun with poplars is what it is. So I'm taking a look here at this little spruce bluff. It's not a huge bluff at all, but what I'm looking at, like, I really wanted to get a good feel for when you get out here and you start looking for trees for building, like how many of them are actually going to make the cut, like, because they all look straight from afar, but when you get in there and you start looking at them individually and you look up them like this, you can really see if they're suitable or not. Also getting a feel for the size of trees and stuff. This tree behind me is pretty big. It's 22 inches or so at the butt. It's got a lot of taper though, and you know, there's a lot of trees here in the 12 to 16, A lot of 14, 15-inch trees. Pretty good trees. But I think this bluff is a little small, but there's like lots of nice straight trees around here. Like, she looks good. We'll go do some exploring some other bluffs, but what I'm really doing is getting that feel for looking at a tree, seeing what it looks like, and how many you have to sort through to find a good bunch. So just trampling through all this fucking snow, and yeah. Like, this here is a beauty tree. Look at a nice big girth on her. She's close to probably 20 to 22 inch. But even this one, she's got more bow than you realize. But that would make a damn nice tree. Could feel like this one, you know, 14, 15, good and straight trees. But don't really got the uniformity. You sure as hell couldn't build much with what's in here actually. Or with the size I want. This is some kind of work though. Like, it's gooch height out here, boys. I'm bottoming out. This walking shit can just fuck off so far. That's enough for this month. Sure putting a lot of miles on my skidoo this year, man. Like, all this snow and having to drive it around everywhere. Right now we got quite a ways to go. I just open her wide up, hold her open. It's nice and warm back here, big windshield. Some hot air's coming at you. Go 80, 90, you know, no problem, nice trails. The only thing though, man, I know one day one of those stupid fucking moose are gonna jump out in front of me in the dark. See what happens. It's a hell of a snowstorm here today. It's supposed to get lots of snow, man. Coming down pretty heavy. Been up in the bush here 5-6 days. Headed out now. Go get supplies, come back. It's usually my routine here this time of the year is about what I've been doing. But not much going on here. I'm getting some stuff lined up. Maybe we'll show you in a bit. But beauty day up at camp today, guys. It's windy though, but it warmed right up. It's kind of annoying temperature, but we're getting through it. Nice and warm. I can't wait to get into what's in my sled that I just brought in here, but give that a minute. I got a quick project to do involving them boards. Now I'm just so excited for the snow to clean off. It's not even funny. Like, I'm looking for my boards here. Like, fuck me. Not fun. Just a pain in the ass everywhere you go. I'm just very quickly making 2 simple boxes because my chickens, they got a little lousy on me, which kind of sucks, but it's whatever. And I need something to contain the diatomaceous earth I'm going to put in there to treat it, and they can bath in it. So just trying to prioritize this because I need them chickens looking good in about a month's time. I'll tell you why when the time comes. So we're gonna have all their feathers and stuff, and yeah, trying to get this done quick because I'm pretty excited about my new addition. Okay, so for when I first come up to the bush, I bought this generator, or shortly thereafter. It's just a simple Princess Auto 2400 watt. It's got all the plugs and stuff. It's actually a beauty little generator. Like, it does the job well. It's been great. And I only paid 300 bucks for that thing, brand new. Like, it's right on. Now, I know damn well though, it's not gonna last forever. Eventually it'll break and I'll take it back to the store. But it was real disappointing when it didn't run my welder, because I got lots of welding fabrication I want to do here in a second. But it's right on generator. It's lightweight, you throw it around, you leave it in the sun, don't give a fuck. And it's right on. But check this out. I hardly got her in here too. Like, look at this. It couldn't have been any bigger. I bought this beauty Honda generator used, and I am pretty excited about it. I think it's gonna be right on deadly. Now the only thing here you can see, not much. We're gonna pull her out of here, but she's some kind of heavy. Don't mind this duct tape. There's information underneath here that I cannot disclose. Anyway, we're gonna unload her here. See how this goes. It's got to be flipped over and out of here, because it's some heavy actually. Like, my other one is so nice, I just throw it around no problem, but not this. But it should slide out of there pretty easy for me. Like, it's not too bad, you know, but it's not like you don't move it around as easy as my other one, that's for sure. That actually worked out so good, how I could just tip her in and out of there. Right on. So I've always wondered, like, I really believe in Honda and Yamaha products, and I've always wondered if it was worth it to spend the money and go with one of them beauties as opposed to run cheap, shittier quality generators, because you know, a lot of those Honda engines just run and run, and same can be said for Yamaha, you know. So anyway, I bought this here because I thought it was a good deal. Like, that was the first and foremost reason, without a doubt. You know, it just was a good price on it. I thought it was, you know, a good deal for sure, especially for what it is. Like, these things are expensive new, like super expensive. But yeah, so it's a 3500 watt. It'll run my welder nicely. I do not know if that's surge or continuous. I think it's more likely continuous. There's my fuel on and off. Air filter is here. Pull start. It's got electric start if you hook it up. Voltage meter, 120. AC protector. Circuit protectors. It's got 25 amp. Twist lock, 215 amp, and this is 120 240, so it's right on. And yeah, I just thought it was money well spent. Like, I thought it was a real good deal. Exhaust comes out the other side, and it's something like when that one goes or whatever, it'll be right on to have. Now let's see how well she starts here. I've never actually started it cold yet. It hasn't been started in a while, so let's give her a go. Fucking pull. It has this function where it can either automatically rev up when a load is induced, which doesn't happen on this one. So leave it like that, it'll run like that. When you draw it, like rip on the whatever electrical thing you're running, then it'll fire up. So I'm definitely very happy with that generator. It just runs good, started good. I got pretty excited there first pull, but I forgot it's so damn warm. I'm just gonna change the oil out of it. All I got is this stupid MotoMaster shit. I run it in my old generator in the winter, but should get some nicer oil. I'm pretty happy. So I hardly paid any more for this one than I did that one. And this is twice the machine. Many times the machine. Many times the cost too, new. But I should get this one tarped and out of the weather. It's just a beauty. See, she idles down. Easier on fuel, I guess. Humming along like that. Send it. Okay. Have to figure out how to shut her off. Beauty. Maybe run a touch of see-through foam through her. You know, she's a few years old, but just a beauty machine. Even nice enough to throw a tarp over and keep out of the elements. Picked up a few other things while I was out, you know, to work on. Got a couple more log books. I'm excited about both of these. They both have good reviews. This one on log home maintenance. So put this on the pile of the books I'm currently reading. Got too many on the go. And this is Effective Practices from International Log Builders Association. Also highly regarded, so it should be good. I'll read that one probably next. I should really just tone her down. I got 5 or 6 books on the go. My knowledge of wood as a building material and log building is coming along exponentially. It's been one of my big projects. Well, I've been sitting up here, you know, kind of snowed out and things are shitty a bit. So keep working away at that. Now there's also a lot of things I want to be designing, especially, and like graphing and designing and looking at. So I bought a graph journal and a bit of a sketchbook for some of my ideas, and also this little kit for it's got pencil and all the shit to do the drawings and, you know, calculate angles of certain things and stuff. So I'll play around with it here and work away. It'll be fun. Right on, guys. Okay, guys, here's where I'm at, honestly. Like, I feel like we should check in and give you an idea of what I'm thinking, you know, what's going on here. Traplines and Inlines, the YouTube show, whatever I'm doing. Because that's maybe a little bit in question. Now, I've been researching the log building with a lot of interest. It's been one of my big projects while I've been stuck up here in the bush with it being snowed in. Like, there hasn't been much for projects and stuff I've needed or wanted to do around here. So I've been doing a lot of research on it, and it's come a long way. It's like I've developed really a good understanding of it, and I've done a lot of research. Found a lot of good resources. I'm finding more, like I'm getting these more books all the time, and I got more coming still, you know, more in the mail, and that I plan on reading. Now I'm looking at them because I'm interested in doing this log building myself. The idea of the owner built log house has always been enticing to me. Now, the more and more you do all these projects like I do, you just realize how much goes into these things and how tricky it is to coordinate and organize, you know, every little thing and try and plan and stuff. Like, at this point, I have a pretty good feel for building and how I would go about it. Where I put it is in question. It wouldn't be here. Like, there's so much to this with plans and getting things structurally approved and finding water and utilities and like location and foundation, and all these things are immense. Like, it's a tremendous undertaking. What I'm not interested in is building a cabin up here that's just slightly better than what I already have. Like, that doesn't interest me. The problem is, like, you think it's a smaller cabin, but you get into a project like that, it's a huge project. And what I found, like, you get into a project like that, it takes so much out of you, it takes a lot of money, even being log or whatever, it's expensive. You're going through all that. If you're going through all that just for me to be go through all that just for something that's a little more convenient and nice than what I already have, it's gonna be very hard for me to really put my mind to it, because it's not gonna be that substantial of an undertaking. Maybe for YouTube it is, but not for me, so it'd be hard to justify. So I am interested in building a house and stuff like that. It's definitely very complicated, and I try and work through all these things, but I don't want to rush it. I don't want to rush into things and have plans that haven't been looked through enough and are awkward, or it's not exactly where I want it to be, which I'm very specific about, like very particular about, so it's tricky. And thought about building here and disassembling and moving and a whole bunch of different possibilities. It's all very tricky. In that sense, it's all very novel. Like, I've just been doing a lot of the research, haven't been putting it to really any real practical sense in trying to plan or anything. Like, that's in the very early stages, if any stage. And I need hands-on practice. I don't want to go cut all these logs or something like this and then start learning how to do the cutting on the sail logs. Like, that's a bad idea. I need to, what I'll probably end up doing is building a small structure or something out of poplar logs, because they're in endless supply, and learning how to scribe and cut notches and stuff, and then go from there with a better understanding. There's a couple projects I want to build here. Would be nice to build them out of logs up at camp here. I have kind of come back on the idea of sawing lumber a bit. The prices are still so damn high, and if I had a direct use for it as, say, siding or something like this, it would be far more enticing. But like, I just don't know at this point. A lot of that will be happening this summer, likely. I want to get interested here and get a start on all these initial projects, get practice, develop a good feel, continue researching extensively, but get some hands-on feel. I'd love to, but I just can't do it. I can't even move logs or anything with all this snow. I gotta wait till it melts and I'd love to be doing some more of that. One thing I can be doing up here is building some of the tools. Like, one thing I want to build here really soon is a log skidding device for my quad. Will be very nice to have regardless of what I do, and that will be fun to build, and it'll be very useful to build. Now, that being said, last year I wasn't sure my plan either too. I thought I would take time before I look at that next step, and I did things that weren't as substantial. Like, I need to be working on super substantial things. Like, this is a huge undertaking, but that does not scare me. Like, the amount of work, the amount of challenge, the amount of everything that goes into it does not. It actually excites me a bit, the challenge, but I would just want to make sure I'm doing things right is the reason for the delay. Like, I don't want to rush into anything. I want to make sure it's exactly so. But let me tell you, the idea of indoor plumbing, like having hot shower and that's not outside in the cold sometimes, or having laundry machine, or kitchen, like having a proper stove, cook shit instead of just fry everything. Like, these are ideas that excite the hell out of me. A place to park my vehicle, a garage, oh fuck yeah. That's a lot of motivation for me, because I just rough it and don't have these things, and it's right on, but I'd be real excited to one day. And also, I think I'd have a lot of fun doing this. I love chainsawing. I think it's a wonderful craft, but who knows? And I don't know for sure. Like, I just don't know for sure. Like, it all seems like something I should be pursuing now. It's possible I pursue other things. It's possible I have a totally different plan than when push comes to shove. It's just so hard to say, but that's where I'm at now. So I'm gonna be looking at getting projects going to get good at this, work on these log building techniques. I want to build tools and stuff for the job also, like this. Looking at things in that way, like looking at equipment to work the road, and maybe to lift logs. Like, this is kind of how I'm looking at things right now. So that's my update for you guys, because I'd love to keep you somewhat up to date with what I'm doing. Thanks for watching, guys. That's the end of this video. Hope everyone's doing just great. All the best.